Hey everybody, this is the Crappy Gamer, and we're going to do another version of Does It Work? This time it is election day, so I apologize. This is still, I mean, I have this thing down to nothing. And well, I apologize if this is popping up. We're listening to CNN right now. It is election day today. I have my allergy kicking up. This all sucks. But we're going to do this episode because why the hell not? We are going to talk about the AT games. I talked about this in, I want to say, the RetroN video. I'm pretty certain it's the RetroN one, but we reviewed the Hyperkin RetroN NES top loader. I just realized this is NTSC. So I'm assuming this is NTSC only. The RetroN 5 is supposed to play PAL games in certain aspects, I guess. It's supposed to be coming on Thursday. So 2 days from now. So hopefully I'll be reviewing that in 2 days. But we're going to be reviewing this, which I've already used, so I technically know it works. But I did want to talk about the differences between this bad boy and that bad boy. So, this is the AT Games Sega Genesis console, retro console, classic games console. Classic games console. Apparently, so this one is 2013, but I guess these have gone as far back as 2009, these were being made. Now, on the surface, it doesn't look a whole lot different. They're both really light, cheapy compared to the real deal. Although again, the Genesis is a far more robust machine than the Nintendo, but the Genesis is also a different generation than the Nintendo. So keep that in mind. But on the surface, they look like your standard. Pop the cartridge in there, and then you can play it, which is awesome because you got these ones that have the built-in jobbies, and they don't even play the cartridges. Now that's where this one kind of trumps that. Pardon using his name during the election period. This one plays cartridges. We ain't gonna see that all that much. But there's games actually built into this, and that's a pretty cool feature because there's a lot of games. In fact, I'm pretty certain every game that's loaded into this thing, I don't have an actual cartridge for it. I think Axe Battler's on here, and I have the Game Gear version of it, which that RetroN cartridge hopefully works, and I'll be able to play it on the big screen over here. But this one actually has games built in on top of being able to play the cartridges. So basically the hardware is exactly the same. You got your AV ports, and then your power supply, and then you have your 2 ports on the front, and that is it. Start button and then the reset button. That's literally all there is to this thing. So let's hook it up and see what it's all about. See y'all in just a minute. Well, I guess I should mention, even though this is kind of a weird situation, I'm pretty goddamn certain. Boy, I should have done a better job of untangling this. Oh, it's not super tangled, but I meant to put rubber bands, which I got over there, so I'll do that after the fact. But you get, come on now, here's the, there we go. So it's kind of the same thing as the RetroN. You get your AV cables, you get your power supply, which is basically just your standard, what is this, 9 volt DC power supply. And you're supposed to get 2 controllers. I'm pretty certain I have a second controller lying around somewhere. Well, I don't know where it is. But you do get a more authentic replica of the original controller, albeit smaller. But you can obviously you can put original controllers into that slot, which I know a lot of people ask about. You know, can you put the original controllers in there, and you can't. But this feels, it's cheap, it's light, but it feels like the original controller, just smaller. It's kind of got a Sega Saturn feel to it in terms of like the lightness. Like I have a really nice, I think it's a Mega Fire, which is a little bit heavier, but this feels like a Saturn controller, just tinier. But I believe it comes with 2. I just don't know where the other one is. It's somewhere in this room. I just don't know where at the moment. Okay, now let's hook it up. Alrighty. By the way, this video is brought to you, not being actually sponsored, but I don't fucking care. It's a Tuesday and it's election day. Arriba Chelada, clam and sea salt spicy. The better for you chelada. Where are these guys at? El Segundo, California. Boy, I'll put a little of that in there and your real chest hair on your chest hair. But it definitely gets a thumbs up and a smile from me. Alright. So, we got the console set up, but there's no cartridge in it. So if you want to play the built-in games, you need to not have a cartridge in there. So if all goes well, you push the button and whee, ATA games. Let's zoom in. There we go. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. Yosh. Okay. So we got, oh, there's Alex Kidd on here. Now I know who he is. You got Alex Kidd, Altered Beast. Virtual Fighter 2, which was so weird to play it in this version because I'm used to the Sega Saturn. Excuse me. Streets of Rage, Sonic Spinball, Golden Axe. And then some of the cheaper, I guess the cheaper games, Canon, just so on, and so I think the first 2 pages, yeah, well, Bomberman, I guess that's a version of Bomberman, maybe, but you get two rows of, so what it is, would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 legitimate Sega, wow, sorry for that, for the lines, wow, that's pretty terrible. 20 legitimate games, and then you get some of the other cheaper games and whatnot. If there's nothing in the cartridge. Now, if we put we'll do that because it's right there. Let's say we put in a cartridge. Oh, that just pissed off my camera. Fuck you, camera. I hope this plays. I should clean that. Okay. I apologize, the camera's at a weird angle. And there you go. And it plays the cartridge. Satoe Ishii. Codename Soba. Nice. Just named after a noodle. Thomas Yoro. Joel? Tony Ramos. Anyway, we're gonna play this game another time because you have no idea how long it took me to find this fucking game. We'll figure out what the hell the name of the game was. But that is essentially how the system works. So there we go. Let's turn that off. Freak out the camera. But yeah, that is in a nutshell how this very simple retro system works. Just like the RetroN, it's basic. You can put it in a bag with the cords and bring it over to a friend's house and fucking jam if you want to. But it's cool that there's actually games built into this one. So even if you don't have any cartridges, it's a cool investment because you get to play a lot of the big Genesis games at the time. But I like that it still allows the cartridges because there was an NES one that I was looking at that kind of looked like a mini version. It was about this size, but it was the mini version of the NES, and there was no cartridge port. So it was like, for a gamer that I wasn't even born when the Nintendo originally came out, but as someone that had a chance to play that, and I grew up with the Super Nintendo, it's like it's kind of weird. But you know, for a newer generation, it's cool to just be able to plug the thing in the TV and then play. I got nothing against that. That's pretty awesome. But this is cool. You get a whole bunch of games with it. It's pretty inexpensive. I got this at Walmart a couple of years ago, I think. I'm sure it's still online. I just don't know if they still sell it in stores. This one I bought online. But yeah. Does it work? Absolutely does. I'm going to try this board, this arcade board, 6-button arcade board I got today, later on. We'll see if it works with this. But pretty cool product. It's great if your Genesis has seen better days. And then yeah, hopefully in 2 days that RetroN 5 will come, and I'm anxious and excited about that one because I was trying to do the math, and I'll get the final numbers, but I mean, you're talking about 11 different consoles, 11 different systems in one for 100 with the cartridge for 220. Oh my god, if you knew the price, if you haven't seen it, if you knew the price for vintage consoles, fuck me, you know. So I hope it works. I really hope it works. I'm happy with what Hyperkin did with that RetroN, so I'm hoping the quality is at least up to par with the RetroN 5. But we will see. We will definitely put it to the test on Thursday. So, until then, this is the Crap Big Gamer. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all in the next video. If you are voting, well, I guess you would be voting right now, and you wouldn't be watching this. If you voted, no, it doesn't matter either. Just be safe. Hopefully all this craziness doesn't come to pass. You know, whoever wins and whoever loses, like, keep your cool, folks. At the end of the day, it's a cliche, but we're all fucking Americans. Like, are you serious? We should not be attacking ourselves. So, just win or lose for the Democrats, win or lose for the Republicans, just remember, at the end of the day, we all live in the same damn country. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Until then,